How's it going? Welcome back, gamers, to Hellstorm Wargaming. It's Monday. It's Monday Hobby Night. It's Monday Hobby Night every Monday night. Did you know that? You knew that, didn't you, Jay? My wonderful
I knew that.
Every single Monday without fail. Oh, boys.
Sunday, Monday, Hobby Day.
It's the last hobby stream of the year. Oh. And what
it is.
And what exciting things do we have in store for you? Nothing too exciting, except I do have some painting to do. Hooray! Yeah, that's exciting.
Mikey's going to be painting. I'm excited by Mikey doing painting. It's a lesser-known sighting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, it doesn't happen very often, except for when it really happens, as we saw on our 25 million hour stream, where I painted a giant space wolf.
Yeah, big old marine.
Is your camera angle okay, Joe? Do you want me to move it over so it's a little bit more comfortable?
If you can move it over a little bit, otherwise I'm going to be painting sat on one side of my chair. So.
You know what, Jay? Just for you, since it's the last stream of the year, I will sort that for you. I'm just going to find where there is. We'll have you. We can have you centre stage. We're gonna have you there, though. I think that's the best way. There we go. Cool.
Keep going. If you go another oh no, you've shortened it up now.
If I go a little bit further, it'll cover my camera. If I put my camera there, though. Oh, look at that. There we go.
Fantastic.
But hello, everyone. It looks like my chat's working. I did live coffee time yesterday, and my chat bot wasn't working, which is awfully annoying. I had to look at two monitors to check the chat. I was like, woo, 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 woo. But let's see who is in the chat today. We've got David J. Hello, David J. We got Vols and Riot with is that a Baby Yoda? That is a very cool emote. And that's on Des over on Twitch. How's it going? We got Ryan. We got Lehman. We got Patrick. Hey, you guys. Dan Brook. Hey,
wait,
guys.
What? That's what he's put in the chat.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hang on, you can't call him. That's harsh.
I'm not that harsh. We got Dan. Hey guys, I bet Mikey's nice and recharged. Big sleep, ready for the stream. I am very much recharged. I've got some hype sauce. We know we love hype sauce. We love some hype sauce. There we go. But me and Dan have been filming today. You might see the battlefield in the background. We did World Eaters versus Tyranids. I changed my mind. I didn't use Necrons. But that was really fun.
Okay. Lots of charge.
Yeah.
Lanes in that.
We took our turns, we polished them and threw them at each other. It was great. It was very fun. It was very, very fun. But great game. That's going to be coming out on YouTube next week.
Nice.
The first battle report of 2021 will be the worst armies of 2021.
It won't be by the end of 2021.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Who else we got? We got Mr. Science Pie once again. How's it going, bud? Lord Gitface, hello. Nick McDade. Some say Jay's been sent to say since the beginning and Mikey's along for the ride. Maybe.
That's well, you know.
I remember before I used to have just a front-facing camera and just had a hobby camera and then my face camera in the corner. Now, that used to get used all the time. Now it's just hardly ever gets used.
You've just embraced the fact that you're just here to talk.
I'm here to talk
as the Jeremy Kyle of 40k.
I'm the talk. I talk the talk. I can walk the walk, but I choose not to because my power is far too superior to most mortal men. And I feel like if I always walk the walk, and talk the talk, then I'll run out of what I'm trying to say, and people have probably forgotten what I'm on about anyway. Hello, Henry.
I'm surprised that you can walk and still do something else.
That's a bit rude.
It's a bit accurate.
Right, Henry, how's it going? It's a belter. There is Bogrol Man in the battle report of the first battle report of 2021. Little Bogrol Man.
Bogrol, the golden boy.
Because Dan decided to order something off eBay whilst he was drunk and then forgot he ordered it, and then it turned up 4 days later, and then he's got a new model that he doesn't need.
For me, the biggest travesty with that isn't the fact he's got this mini he doesn't need. It's the fact that when varnishing it,
a golden
it turns out that Reichland spray isn't any good for a nice clear varnish on your minis.
It's not. It's not. It was unfortunate. Retributor Armor, the hardest,
the glossiest
spray paint that Games Workshop make as well. The one that you really can't cover very easily.
Yeah, covers everything else quite well, though.
Yes, exactly. Something up with the YouTube stream. What's up with the YouTube stream? I don't understand. Did it not work? To be fair, my YouTube says I haven't gone live.
Fine. Shoot, that could be a problem.
It says it started a new stream for some reason. Obviously, thanks YouTube.
Fine.
Love you.
Shoot.
Love you, YouTube.
A feature, not a bug. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, it started a new. So I made an event via YouTube, and then it's decided not to use the event. It's decided to make a new one. So I'm quickly going to update it. So I'm going to do that whilst also reading the chat. It's going to be very impressive. Are you ready for this? I don't think anyone else is ready for this.
I am. Are you ready?
Are you ready for this? I've been painting a sandstone Necron army over the holidays, and I just saw your video on the scheme yesterday. Thank you. I've been super paranoid of using an airbrush for the first time. Well, the Sneak 109. Thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. That army I painted a while ago now, but that was a really fun project. I painted a lot of it on stream as well, and then used that footage in the video. But it was really fun. It was really fun. But thank you very much for the follow, the Sneak 109. Thank you. But yeah, so sometimes I actually do paint, and that is proof.
Yes, and sometimes with actual paint and not basing materials.
I mean, yes. Also this.
Yeah. See, it happens. Come on, guys, cut him some slack. That's hobby.
But yeah, so I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I'm wanting to do more videos like that, but I'm just not really sure of like what topic to use because I have a lot of 40k armies already. So I'm like starting to like think about maybe I should paint some Age of Sigmar armies in that style, like getting them all together, giving it a good go, seeing what happens.
You could just add something to existing 40k armies.
Well,
because there's always new things coming out, or like new things being good in the meta and so on that you might want to put on camera.
This is very true. This is very, very true. A lot of my other schemes don't. It's not like a speed job though. It's a little bit more traditional. I have been batch painting some bases for my Tyranids to get everything that is not that is currently unbased based. So I've got even more Gene Stealers.
Your Tyranids are a really good speed paint scheme though.
They are a really good paint scheme. So when the new credits comes out, that's going to be a great video topic for that. To be fair.
When's the new credits coming out?
I have no idea. I wish I knew.
I wish you knew.
And then maybe, I don't know. Maybe a Nurgle one. That might be quite fun. How to paint a great and clean one. Yeah. How to paint 2 great and clean one. Speed painting clowns. I mean, yes. Speed painting clowns is a good one because I do have a Harley Quinn army coming. I just need to go actually pick it up, which I'm not excited about whatsoever.
I've got one.
Thanks so much for the follow, Rhino Sweet.
Give you a lot of work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god, I don't like it. It's just a lot. I've got to build it, and I don't want to paint it before the book comes out. I kind of like had this conversation on the coffee time yesterday.
Okay. I started watching it. Unfortunately, I found out getting sidetracked by that and needed to get the Blackstone tutorial video that I'm making this week shot, and so I had to stop watching it so I could actually work. But it was a really good video.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's one of those when I do live coffee time. We always do coffee time live on the last day of the month now. I started doing it and I enjoy it. So last Sunday of the month we do it live, and it's one of those you can't really like. It's easier to tune in live and enjoy it rather than watching it back, and I totally understand that. If you're watching it live, it's much more enjoyable. But but it's fun. But we're talking about painting a Harley Quinn's army, and I was like, I don't want to build a whole army for me to go and snap all the arms off when the new credits comes out and ruins all the guns, such as like
start magnetizing Harlequins either. That seems like somebody's version of hell.
Someone said something like, why do you just buy loads of magnets and magnetize the arms? And I was like, do you hate me or something?
Yeah, that's not a nice thing to say.
Do you?
That's hate speech.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see. Maybe I'll do a speed painting for that. I need to message someone back. Someone messaged me yesterday. They've got loads of diamond diamond stencils. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm going to try using those for the first time. It might be fun.
Check out Anarchy Hobbies as well, or Anarchy Models. I can't remember which one it is. But they are apparently quite good for their stencils.
Yeah, I think this is what the ones that this person's got. So I messaged me and said, I finished with them. They're still, you can still use them. Do you want them? And I was like, yeah. Good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have a look at the chat. I think I fixed the YouTube stream. I'm not really sure what happened. It's just YouTube being YouTube. If one thing works, everything else breaks. And if one thing breaks, everything else works. So
that's the law.
You have to sacrifice something to the dark gods to actually get your stream to work. And today it was to give everyone a waiting screen for no reason.
Oh, I see. That's not a bad one though. Mine was my dignity.
Ah, fair. Where is Elliot? Elliot is hibernating. It's cold in the shed, so he's got to hibernate. He's also very busy.
Elliot was the first thing sacrificed to the dark stream gods.
Yeah, exactly. He's also really busy with work in a minute, so. But if you subscribe, join the small board gang. Let's get him out of it. Let's get him onto this. I'll be his boss, and then he'll never come on stream because he'll be busy working. But he might be working for me, for the man.
And getting disciplinaries.
And yeah, getting disciplinaries for not doing enough work when I'm overworking him. Right, Marshall, are you hyped about Old World? Would you like the hype beast answer, or would you like the honest answer? I need to drink some hype fuel.
Guzzle that hype fuel.
Wow, the Old World! Oh my god, I love it! It's got boring army men versus orcs again. And that's it. Honestly, currently, no. I'm not bothered about the Old World. Because I didn't enjoy the fantasy play style when it was a thing. What I did enjoy was Tomb Kings. No, I didn't like the whole... I think I got burnt because I was like a student with not a lot of money, and I got fed up of being told to buy 30 of the most expensive unit that was like 30 quid for 10. I was like, I'm not spending £90 on a unit. Spend £90 on half an army, okay. Yeah. I'm not going to spend £90 on a unit when I need 3 or whatever. But in fantasy, I used to run the bone train. So I used to run the like 12 chariots in a unit and just like charge into things.
Nice. Jeff Cetra.
Yeah, there were no tactics. It was just charge into it and kill it. If the Old World bring back Tomb Kings, I'll be very, very, very interested. Until then, I don't vibe with Bretonia or like that. It's like not my bag. It's just like now if I want that, I'll just go play Game of Thrones type deal.
Okay. See that?
But personally, I'm not. Bretonia doesn't do anything for me, and that's pretty much all they've talked about, right? What about you, Jay? Do you like the Old World? Are you like?
I really like Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
I played it for years. In fact, I played that into the 40k for quite some time. I had a massive Skaven army, an enormous Vampire Counts army. I had Tomb Kings as my first army into it. I really enjoyed them, but I love the fact that the movement phase was the most crucial thing because it was pivotal. If you got your movement phase right, you won. Mm-hmm. And I love that about the game. I thought that was really good. But like you, I wasn't super psyched about the whole, well, I'm going to get a unit of so-and-so, which means I need 40 of them.
Yeah.
And they come in boxes of 5 or blister packs of 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nice. It's like Tomb Guard were really good. They were like 28 quid for 10. The Sepulchral Stalkers are really good.
Hey, at least you were buying them when they were plastic then.
Well, yeah. I did have a load of metal ones as well. They were like £3. They were like free for a tenner, weren't they, or something like that.
It was savage.
Yeah, and then Sepulchral Stalkers was so cool, but then they were the Snake Riders, so they were the Tomb Guard on snakes. They were really good. They were like 40 quid for 3, and you need like 15.
So, Shabti were my favourite unit. I loved them.
Shabti was so cool. The Archer ones were like crap, but the Archer ones were really good. Because they brought out Ushabti first, and then because I started playing Tomb Kings properly when they brought out their last army book, which is actually the last book they ever got. But that's where they brought out all the cool plastics as well, and then they then like 2 years later they just went, we'll just get rid of that now. We've had enough of that. Goodbye. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Let's see what everyone's saying. I had fun project today. I need to strip my massive possessions because my primer got dusty. That's a bit rubbish, dude. It does happen sometimes, though.
Beanbag asks, where are you buying half an army for 90 quid? I mean,
this was like...
It's easy to buy half an army for 90 quid.
Yeah, like, when was I playing Fantasy? Probably, like, what, 10 years ago, maybe? Maybe 8 to 10 years ago, so that was kind of, like, normally 40k. You buy, like... Well, you think about, like, everything was really expensive. You didn't have a great deal, and then especially if you bought like a starter box, you get like a half an army in there. Like, you think a Battle Force box now at £100 is a good deal. 10 years ago, you got even more in there. I remember I bought the Necron one that had like a Ghost Arc, 40 warriors, a spider, destroyers, some other Tomb Blades in there as well, and some characters for like 100 quid. Great deal.
Yeah, that's a smacking deal.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing a new AOS army, torn between Maggotkin and Fire Slayers. I like Maggotkin, but they are quite old. Fire Slayers are actually, I think they're probably about the same age in terms of book. So I think you're probably a decent idea to invest in either, because then they're both going to get a new book. So
yeah.
Hey Tilps, how's it going?
Hey.
Patrick says, as it's last Monday of the year, last stream of the year, I think Mikey and Jay need to get drunk and talk nonsense all night. I mean, we could have planned that.
I've got a lesson after this, but... Yeah.
Alright, so it's all Jay's fault. It's not because we didn't plan it.
There you go. Yeah, well, to be fair, I can paint faces drunk. It's just, I'm not entirely certain I can explain how to paint faces drunk.
Get them drunk as well. We'll get them on the stream.
I could dip them in my whiskey. You know, they absolutely came through that.
We'll get them onto the stream as well. It'll be like a unique lesson. You probably just have to give them a refund, but it'll be great. It'll be great.
It's Dr. Thong. He'd be down.
He would be down, to be fair.
But no.
That's why I stopped after 6th edition. I imagine that's to do with the price we were talking about. I'm watching you building my Corn Demon army. Nice, Liam and Russ. Very cool. Very cool.
Love Corn Demons.
I do have a Zinch army I've got to paint. I've got like a whole bunch of Screamers next to me. I've got some Horrors upstairs that I need to sort.
That's actually, again, not a bad shout for a like relatively speed paint army. You can't really rattle through it because there's a lot of exposed flesh and it needs to be taken care of. But
yeah,
there are some quick ways to do it.
A lot of airbrushing, which would be fun. A lot of ink playing, which would be fun. Maybe I'll do a video on that. It'd be cool.
Yeah, super gloss varnish and then just bang through some nice high contrast washes.
Yeah. Great Swords came out as a box set at £25 when the next closest was £15 for inventory. Yeah, exactly. It's just mad. Especially when the high elf Great Swords, the only way you could get them was in Island of Blood as well, or you had to buy metal. And it's like...
That was the Skaven box, right?
Yeah, it was the Skaven and high elves. That's the first box I actually got for Fantasy.
Cool. I was out of the hobby, essentially, just prior to that coming out, I think. Maybe 6 months to a year before that came out, so... That was the end of my Warhammer Fantasy, was about 6 months prior.
Yeah. Maggotkin is pretty good, says Moon Turnid. Well, I'm pretty sure Blight Kings are a pretty tough unit. Like the Mortal Nurgle stuff in Maggotkin, I've heard is really good. When a book comes out, it might all change, but that's what it is at the minute. Side Pie's working on his Helverins.
Demons, some love, I'll be alright.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not going to give Nurgle Demons some love, I'll be alright.
Well, Nurgle Demons, the Plague Bearers in Age of Sigmar aren't that great. Because they still get the minus to hit and stuff, but it's slightly different, but they don't have the invulnerable save.
Oh, so,
what? Not a lot has an invulnerable save in Age of Sigmar, but they still have a 5+ save. So, and Coherence is pretty punishing. It's very similar to 40k now.
Okay.
But you can do a lot of it. It's quite interesting because, like, it's quite interesting in Age of Sigmar because you can do a lot of playing around. Like, do you know when you charge? One model has to make it into engagement range, which is like an inch or half an inch or something. But then every other model can just move. So you can charge. Well, with 40k, don't you need to move towards the unit that you charge, or towards an enemy unit?
You just got to get one model within engagement range, which is how you do like wrap and traps and stuff.
Well, it's less... but don't you have to move towards an enemy model when you charge?
No, I think the rule is just...
right,
so the rule was, I guess it still is, but the rule was, with your first movement, you be within an inch of the enemy, and then you just do whatever with everyone else.
I thought it was always move towards enemy model.
We back sideways.
All right, okay. Maybe I'm thinking... I didn't think you could move further away in 40k. Whereas you can in Sigma, you can charge backwards. One model makes the unit, but then the rest of the unit can actually charge away. So you can like jump onto objectives with charge, which is really fun. So yeah, something to look into for 40k, but you can do that in Age of Sigmar. Beanbag says get the minis drunk as well.
I've actually got alcohol that's probably strong enough to get plastic drunk.
I mean, I've got my little Grom Brindal from that paint challenge.
Excellent.
He's here. He's already drunk. His beer... Oh, no, his beer's not full. He's drunk. It's a drink stream, everyone. Grom Brindal, drink with me.
I've got this guy who clearly needs a drink.
There we go. He does need a drink, yeah. Science Pie's working on his... Science Pie's working on his Helverins. Finish the bases. We'll put them on stream models. Yes! Don't forget, if you're watching live and you're painting away, or you've been painting over Christmas, because obviously it is the first hobby stream since Christmas, then use !Discord, or there's a link in the description if you're on YouTube, and join the Discord, and we'll have a look at what you guys have been working on. If you put stuff in stream models with community stream thingy in the community section of the Discord.
I used to try and work out if you change the name of that chat every week.
No, I just get it wrong every time. But I can't check it because I'm capturing Discord, so I can't go and look.
See, you guys have sorted me out. Pilots and charges must be towards the closest enemy. Well, you must end your move closer to the nearest enemy model with a pilot and a consolidate, but a charge, YOLO, do you like?
Interesting. Okay.
Loads of fun tactics.
Yeah. Mikey's been on it since 10:30 Sunday morning. Now we know why he drinks so much coffee. I do drink a lot of coffee, especially around Christmas. I don't drink on stream, though, because that'd get me banned. But it definitely had been.
No, I don't either. I have some really nice little glasses of apple juice. Though.
Yes, it just had some cream in it. From Ireland.
Nice.
From Ireland. I think it's from Ireland. I don't know. Irish cream. Whatever. I'm trying to be subtle, and it's just like Irish cream. It had Irish cream in it. It had beer in it, okay? Leave me alone. Gumballina, Screamers, low-key best unit in the Demons Codex. I think they are pretty decent. They're like flat 2 damage with like -2 or something.
Yeah, they're Primaris killers, which is great. Mm-hmm. They're not Noah killers anymore, though, which is potentially an issue.
Yeah, winning on 5s as well, aren't they? So...
Yeah.
So like, if when they get an update, when Demons do get a big update, that should be quite interesting. Because Zinch have been like really on the back foot for a long time now. They've got the Lord of Change, and that's it. They've got Trixie Horrors, if that.
Are we talking 40k or fantasy?
40k. 40k.
Horrors are still good, but only because of Flickering Flames.
Yeah.
And if that gets denied, then Horrors do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't like you can't rely on it, and you don't really see like a pure Zinch army. It's always like a Lord of Change and some Horrors because they're attacks unit. They're all right. But you never see like a pure Zinch army. Not anymore. When you could span burning chariots with the las cannons, and that was decent. But you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, the Exalted Flamers are good. Actually.
Yeah. But everything just seems really expensive. So if they get an update, that should be quite interesting. So I'm looking at painting a Zinch army before that comes out. So I've been wanting to paint a Zinch army for years. I've painted lots of little random Zinch stuff, but I'm going to actually like knuckle down and actually paint it. So yeah. I'm so angry. I want a Leviathan. I was there once, and now I have 3.
Leviathans are amazing.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do in game anymore. I just love them.
Yeah, Leviathans are cool. Spraying vodka through the airbrush is the new hype. I mean, I was doing that on stream the other day, but it was IPA. It's the wrong type of IPA. Oh, the strength 6, my AP 3, and damage 2. That's decent.
The damage 2, which is the real strong part of it.
Yeah. They are out of stock. I mean, they'll come back in stock eventually. I mean,
a lot of stuff is out of stock right now. Yeah,
like the company's in a place where everyone's on lockdown, so
yeah,
that's the issue you've got.
Supply and demand is the absolute best thing for them right now. It's heavily weighed in their favour, but
yeah, exactly.
Keep up with it, plus keep producing the new kits which they need. And any new kit they put out, they've got to get so much stock of because they know everyone's going to buy it.
Yeah,
it's a great but also tough position for the company to be in.
Yeah, because we were talking about this yesterday. We talk about X-Wing. I don't know how much you know about X-Wing stock levels, but
I know a little.
When they brought out the Millennium Falcon, it went out of stock for like a year.
Jesus.
And it's like,
not really surprised, but
can you imagine if Games Workshop did that? Brought out heavy intercessors, then didn't have them in stock for a year. I just drive people away from the game.
Well, the Millennium Falcon is one of those like iconic things because everyone loves Captain Picard. So.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they did the same with.
You're gonna want to buy that.
They did the same with Boba Fett as well. Like Boba Fett came out for Imperial Assault, and then he went out of stock for like a year. He like sold out in like a week. But that was to do with like FFG being in the US.
Yeah. We've had this this chat, haven't we? Because they just lost all their licenses to somebody else.
Basically, a company owned by Disney. So
yeah.
Every time Jay does this, I get more annoyed. What's Jay done? What have you done, Jay?
So it's amazing. We've got a guy in the chat called Tilt, and he gets really easily tilted if I, on purpose, confuse Star Wars and Star Trek stuff. The Millennium Falcon's really good because everyone likes Captain Picard, and I can imagine the eye twitch of that guy.
FFG aren't horrible, it's just that they're bad. They're bad at what they do. They obviously don't do it on purpose. They like money as much as everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They don't do it to just piss you off. They do it because they're just shit at production and then getting it over to Europe. But Atomic Mass Games they're based in Europe, I believe. Or they have factories in both. So, hello, Commissar Bob. Welcome.
I really like Fantasy Flight Games because they produce loads of stuff that I do play, which they actually do make, such as Arkham Horror, the card game, and so on. This is fucking great. It's such a good laugh.
They're a great company. They know how to make board games.
But miniatures, they have not as much of a production value for it as they'd like, let's be honest. And that's probably what's been partly overriding decision for them to be taken out.
Yeah. Because Atomic Mass
Games... I'm dry brushing my whole army now just to spite you, Jay. Hey, that's fine, bro. If you want a badly painted army, I'll even send you a plaque that is like Mohawk Miniatures says, never paint your army like this, just so you can display it with it.
Brilliant. I was open some paint and it just spewed out everywhere. Like, what the fuck? But
no.
It spewed out everywhere onto my wet palette. Is that impressive?
That's good.
Or is that impressive?
That is extremely impressive. Mikey literally juggling paint. I can confirm, by the way, that if you spill white... What have you done to the string? Oh, that was your camera change.
It's called the Stinger, Jay.
Stinger transitions, yeah.
Yeah. So sadly, it's fallen in a drop in the water. Not on the... okay.
Oh, well.
It's very
don't get white ink on your clothes.
Does it still not come out, Jay?
It's not coming out. No, that's new t-shirt, jeans.
That's awfully funny.
Where is a big white splodge around my midsection?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, indeed. Don't say it, Tilt. Don't say anything. If you say anything too loud, I get scared like a puppy, and I run away. I don't have a light though because I broke a clamp. So I don't have an extra light. So the lighting's not great today.
It's okay. I'm loving that little microphone that we can see.
Hell yeah.
Isn't it such an enormous pain juggling everything just so you can present a good picture to a stream?
Yeah, pretty much. It is a nightmare, honestly. Trying to get everything not in the camera.
It's a constant battle.
Yeah.
Like, here's all the stuff I need. Oh, I can't put my camera there. Oh, I can't put my camera there. I can't paint in this position, so I can't put any of this here. This is what streamers go through all the time, guys. So if you ever decide to come stream, get your yoga going to begin with, so you can be flexible enough to stream.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, is like obviously I used to stream all the time painting, but I had like a permanent cell that I didn't touch. But now, because it's kind of like, no, it's like a side. It's not like a side thing. I don't do it all the time, so like I like I set everything up for other things, and then the hobby stream is kind of like an afterthought because I'm rubbish.
Yeah.
Well,
we know that. We've seen the amount of hobbies you do.
Shut up! I am painting right now. Did Jay see in Discord that I bought some marble effect paint to do Shrine World terrain? They even sent me twice as much for some reason. Marble effect paint? What's that?
So you can get marble effect spray paint.
All right, okay.
Is that what you mean?
That's interesting.
Can't see the chat, so is it a YouTube chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, marble effect spray paint's a really cool thing. I'm going to buy some when I get around to doing the Necron terrain. It's an enormous amount of Necron terrain from both Death Ray Designs and the guys at Lights Open. And I really, really want to put together and paint it in a similar effect to my current crons, but I want to do red marble for all of the like the monoliths and all that sort of stuff, so they look a bit more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do marble effects with spray cans by spraying the surface with like white and black to get your values down. So 2 different spray cans, one for white, one for black, and then another one for this marble effect. And basically, marble effect spray paint. Do you remember Silly String?
Yeah.
Kind of does that with the cap. It just spits out this like wobbly like beam of paint, and that causes your marble effect. And then you can buy spray paint that is of different transparencies. Right. There's a lot of spray paint out there. It's not just like here's what you use to put on a cart, but like artists spray paint.
Yeah,
there's quite a lot of stuff that's gone into it. Mm-hmm. So then you just hit it with a transparent spray paint of, say, red, for instance, after doing 2 different marble effects, so maybe another white and a black for you to establish your values for it.
Natural colours.
And then bash out some red on top.
Interesting. No, I've never heard of that one before. It sounds good though. But yeah, they recommend like some people have recommended like coloured paints. But like artists colour paint, like graffiti paint to spray models.
Yeah, exactly that.
Because you can get like really vibrant colours, and it's really decent coverage as well.
It's a company called Montana.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Very famous for their spray paints, the graffiti artists, and they're the ones that do this marble effect spray and so on. I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to do it. It's just getting a chance to do it.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'll probably try and do it towards maybe the summer, and move some of the get some long ass extension leads, move some of the cameras and stuff outdoors, so we can do it as a stream weekend. Yeah, I think that'd be really, because it'd be a very different kind of paint stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You could get those IP cameras we've been chatting about.
Yeah, that would work actually.
Yeah. Don't have to have any wires then. Montana, I got more on a pint? More paint. I got more paint than J Digital Skill. I was trying to work out what you're saying, Stephen. I realised it's a typo. I thought it was the brand is Morena paint, but it's not. He meant more paint. It's graffiti paint. It's from Montana. You two had this chat towards the end of your 2-day stream. That's why I got it. Oh, nice.
There you go.
There we go.
Let's see what you do with it, Steve. I expect to see that in the whip.
Hell yeah.
At some point, not necessarily today. We'll give you time.
Yeah, we'll give you till like next year.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, take the rest of this year. You've got time.
Yeah, SVGGPHHR or Sufre. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. I can't pronounce that one either. I love this guy. He comes up on Twitch. As soon as I see his name, that's what we got.
Maybe we should have a pint. Oof. I'm drinking hype sauce. I can't do with a pint.
I imagine like drinking that with any kind of alcohol really fucks your system up even more than just drinking that stuff as anyway.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. It's only like drinking a cup of coffee. It's energy drink, but more water. So, evening, Krabby. How's it going? Dark Lord of the Cheese says just watched a Montana video for the paint. Looks awesome. Yeah, I've only heard good things, so can't be that bad. But yeah, I'll have to try it out. I've got some. I'm 3D printing a bunch of terrain.
Yes, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, so I'm actually looking at. So I've got a design which I like. I'm just going to modify it a little bit more and make it a little bit more personal. And then you might be able to maybe pre-order some. That might be cool if people are interested in that. Like a World Team Championships inspired table, but plastic, not a foam board. If people are interested, something to let me know about as an entrepreneur would ask his customer base if they were interested.
What would it cost for an entire table's worth of that terrain?
I think it'll probably be like between. It's going to be probably upwards of £100, but not 200.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. You
think about how much it would cost you for the equivalent of like a GW plastic terrain to an entire table's worth. You're looking at about 350 quid. I know that. So that's what I spent.
So yeah, I don't want to say how much it's going to cost now because I'm still doing the maths.
Yeah.
But it's 4 large L pieces. Ron, I actually watched that video earlier, the Goober Town Hobbies video. It's a great video.
Polly wants a cracker. Says today I turned 35. At what age do I become an ancient veteran? 36.
36. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday! Oh, it's on the wrong screen. I'm going to have to go back to my... Turned off. Happy birthday! Woo!
All right, bro. Your face does turn me off.
Woo! Happy birthday. But yes, I've been printing a bunch of these L shapes. Bam.
Okay. Nice.
Ta-da. So I'm just gonna...
I like the slightly modular look to them. That's cool.
Yeah, so they'll come
to you like this. There's no windows.
There is no windows. No.
Which is good. Proper line of sight blocking.
And then we have some floors to stick in there. Bam, bam, bam. It will need sticking together. But you could build them smaller if you wanted to. You can build them bigger. Ta-da! That's an L.
What's that stuff like to drill into?
It's kind of hollow.
Okay, because so I'm thinking...
It's relatively thick, though, so you could drill into it.
Or you could print it with some holes preset for large magnets.
I mean, yeah, you could do that. So you can magnetize it together.
Yeah, because you had a lower section and a double height section, essentially, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. Yeah, magnetize would be quite fun. Because then you could just snap it together.
Yeah, good for storage.
Good for storage,
Bit of customization as well, never necessarily a bad thing.
That's something we could look into. Well, this is the type of thing that I'd probably start asking questions, because this is your L, but then we've got to customize it, make it good. We could have that as one piece, that then gets magnetized in. You could have the floor sections glued in, and the rest magnetized. But yeah, so
it's pretty simple.
But yeah, it's gonna come with 4 of these, which are 9 inches by 5 inches by 9 inches. 2 smaller ones, which are 9 by... They're only 5 high, not 9 high. And then, like, 12 crates.
Nice.
So... Ooh, I just dropped that.
Nice.
But yeah, so I've basically got to, like... The problem is, at the minute, it takes quite a long time to manufacture. For example, the 4 big L's take, like, a week.
Right, really?
Yeah. So it'd take me like 2 weeks to produce a table. But what I'm probably going to be doing is like a pre-order system where you order it and then you get it like 2 weeks later, and then the more we sell, the more chance of me being able to get another printer, which means I can print one every week, and then another printer, that means every 2/3 of a week, and then I can produce one eventually every day. Thinking. Yeah. Be nice to have some larger floor sections instead of the narrow walkways. Yeah, that's true. That's something else to look into as well. The problem is you have to start looking at maybe supporting it if it goes too much.
Yeah.
But the intention is a WTC style board, which is, it's like a specific terrain type. But if you magnetize it, just make it modular. Yeah. But if we do get the magnetization, kind of deal we want then.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
You don't always want to pay that competitive game, are you?
Well, exactly.
So you make around for a bit of home hammer.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to do like table sets or I'm going to do like individual buildings and then sets as well. I'm not sure yet. So we will see.
Looks good, eh?
Yeah, thank you.
Let us know when you're up and running, mate.
Oh yeah. So I've printed a table for myself. I've been doing it like over Christmas. So since we were last streaming, I've printed pretty much the full table since. So
nice.
What about making some of the tiles to look like the vents to be used like area terrain? Yeah, so I need to make some area terrain and some woods as well. So that's kind of like a WTC style table. It's like 4 big L's, 2 little L's, 2 big vents, 2 forest type things, and then 6 crates, and that's the full table.
It gives you the full benefit of like the various different terrain types, doesn't it?
Exactly.
You get stuff set a block line of sight. You get stuff that provides a cover safe, like light cover or heavy cover. Then you get your dense terrain in there as well, your forests, and then the area effect and the.
Yeah, exactly. So if you buy, like, I don't know what to charge yet because I've got to obviously judge how much material I'm using, how much time it's taking to print. But like, if you buy a set, you've got everything.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy anything else. You don't need to like buy a set and then buy something add on. You can always do that, obviously, but it's like if you bought a set that I'm going to produce, it's like everything you need in one pack. But I'm hoping sometime early 2021 I can start thinking about that. I'm just testing prints at the minute. But magnets is something I'm not considering as something that's actually a really good idea. So
full of good ideas, mate.
Yeah.
Can't trade on my luck. You've got to be smart.
Yeah. So I could put some like 10 by 2 magnet holes in, or something smaller maybe like 6mm ones. They'd actually be quite good. So you can like just smash it together and then put it away again.
And then you could get a deal going with some sort of magnet supplier.
Oh yeah.
So one kit.
That's it.
Check back, and guys, you want to get yourself a table's worth of functional scenery.
Magnetic functional.
And that's it. Because having just nice looking scenery is great. It makes your games look cool and everything else. But I don't know if you've ever had a feels bad situation where just because of the terrain, somebody's getting absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
It's never good.
That's the thing. It's finding that balance of like functional. That still looks cool, but also isn't expensive. I think like 3D printing.
All the boxes.
Yeah, I think 3D printing is the way forward for that one.
Yeah, because MDF obviously helps keep the costs down, although some of it can be really expensive. I think we've all seen some pretty out there kits. But there's a lot of work involved in then taking that MDF terrain and turning that into a nice looking table's worth of terrain.
Yeah, exactly.
You do a fair bit to that.
Yeah. So you have to either do nothing and it doesn't look great, but it's super functional. You have to do absolutely loads of work, and then it's really fragile as well.
Yeah, it can be, especially if you end up with the thinner stuff, because costs have been.
Yeah, you can't restore it very well. If you store it on a shelf, it's fine, but you store it in a box, it gets banged about. It gets pushed in the box too tight, and that's it. You've broken your terrain. Yeah. And you can't the thing with MDF is you can't really fix it.
Yeah, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's its downside. But obviously, it has usually the cheap factor, the lightweight factor. It's just not always easily possible. Whereas something like what you've just shown, if it was collapsible, suddenly
it's quite chunky. So.
Yeah. How many people have got a dining room table where they play 40k?
Well, yeah.
You can't leave it out.
Yeah, and I when I take my terrain to tournaments, I take it in a specific box. I take it in a 60-litre. What do you call them? What are they? Really useful? Are these the brand? Really useful box? The stackable ones. So I'll probably make sure a table fits in there as well.
Nice.
Because then when I'm at a tournament, I can be like, table.
Yeah.
Lads, unpack.
I've got to go and glass hand and kiss babies.
I've got a terrain company to go manage. You can unpack this.
I'm Chief TO.
That's it.
And now off you go, my homies.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, the reason I wanted to get in 3D printing originally was to make extra terrain for tournaments and stuff. But with things kind of like not looking up any time in the immediate future, I can just
tell me about. Please.
But I want to like get some good tournament tables up and printed, and then like if people do like them, then
ready to go.
Have them ready to provide and get out to you.
Sinister Monkey, thank you very much, dude. We've gone really, really, really pale with our skin highlights because what we're going to do now is take some orange, thin the ever-living bejesus out of it, and glaze all of that to get a bit more power going through. So it started off from red and has worked its way up and become very desaturated and recessed by using yellow and then Menoth white highlight from P3. It's a brilliant bright bone colour. Now we glaze it all back down again and get some real vibrancy in everything we've got there.
Nice. So I'm currently working on the metallics of the old Blight Kings. So I'm getting some of the bronzy, brassy colours down. I'm just using like a army painter because it's got such good coverage, and then it just like getting really bad coverage with it.
What are you using for your painter there?
It's one of their war paints, so it's weapon bronze. This one.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty thick.
Yeah. Which for something like this, I don't mind too much because it's just a metallic on a possessed. You know, it's not going to matter too much. But I've got the metallics to do. I've got some flesh to finish. But I am enjoying these. And my plan is I've got to do. I'm gonna, because they're on 32 mil, so I can use them as possessed in 40k. I'm gonna 3D print some little base adapters that can like magnetize onto the base, so I can turn them into 40s, so I can use them as Blight Kings in Age of Sigmar.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize they were on 40 in AOS.
They don't look like they should be, do they?
No.
They fit on these bases really nicely. And then they're like, yeah, we'll put them on 40s though. Like, okay, cool.
Maybe they were absolutely desperate to sell more of that Nurgle's Garden paint.
Horrid. Yeah.
Looks like bogeys.
Yeah, exactly.
We leave it on the base, everyone's going to buy a load of this, and yay, profit.
Yeah. That's probably why the Great and Clean one's on such a humongous base.
That's so you can have a party with all of his Nurglings.
Well, yeah, true. I do want 2 more Great and Clean ones.
Do you?
Yeah, I want
triple.
I don't want it for 40k. I want it for AOS, but I just want to paint them. Because there's a battalion, I think they call them, of like 3 great and clean ones.
Right.
One of them being the character. It just looks really fun to play. 3 big fat lads with swords and stuff. I probably have one with the sword that I've already got, then one with the bell, and then the character.
Rotigus.
Yeah, that's it, Rotigus.
The question is, which faces would you choose? Because for me, it's got to be the fish face looking one. He's got to make an appearance.
The fish face? Which one's that one?
Yeah, it's the one. It's got like that, like the tentacles that come around underneath its head, slightly to one side. It's got like this weird webbed ear or something going on. This is the fish face.
All right. Is it the one that's reminiscent of the old metal model?
No.
I'm thinking of something else.
That's the normal one. It's got a very white and a big Joker grin.
No, it's not. That's not the one I mean. Because I've already got that one.
Old metal model. I'm thinking like the real old metal model.
I meant the other one. The most recent old one. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, I would have put that face on the bell one. It'd have, because there's only 3 head options, isn't there? There's Rotigus, there's the Joker grin, and then there's the other one. And I'd do the other one.
You just grab the hairdryer, ride this guy down a bit. I can put that massive glaze on. Really pumped up the values on this guy.
Chocolate sword for the win, indeed, Dave Bromley. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for tuning in. Chocolate, we do love a bit of chocolate sword. Gutrot Spume. He's the character Gutrot Spume. I think. They've all in AOS. They've got that other what used to be what everyone thought was just going to be the ground clean one. They've got that thing.
No.
They've got
the bigger thing, right?
They've got 2 giant monster things.
Yeah.
They've got. I can't remember what it's called. That it's got like 3 riders. The 3 brothers.
I know exactly what you mean, because we do the Chaos Knight conversions and stuff all the time.
Yeah. And then they've got the other Glockkin. That's it. Glockkin. So they've got the Glockkin, and they've also got something else. Something else that's big and scary and niggly. I've got no idea. I can't remember what it's called now. I know it. I can see it in my head.
Yeah, it's got that slightly pointed face, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Teeth. I forget how much they have in Age of Sigmar, like Nagel. In 40k, it's like Plague Bearers and the Great Unclean One and some Naglings, and that's it.
Yeah, I suppose you get
really they have like a really limited range.
You don't get frogs anymore.
You don't get frogs anymore. No.
You love G-frogs.
F in the chat for the frogs. Any of you guys use this new chrome paint that's doing the rounds? I've not used it now, but it looks pretty terrible. It looks very gimmicky. Have you seen that chrome paint? That like super high silver paint?
The adverts are going pouring the paint onto a surface, and it's just like silver paint, and suddenly you realise that you're seeing all of the reflection of everything above, which is great.
Yeah.
But I won't. When I paint my minis, I want them to have the highlights where I want them, which is why I go for a very matte finish. And so that's not really my bag. Even if you go for like a satin finish just to allow some of that to happen, it's still a bit too much, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Why do I see F? Is the stream died?
No, that was F in the chat for Toes in 40k.
Oh, right, okay. Panicked.
They're in Sigma, but
yeah,
I don't care.
They are in Sigma, yeah, but I mean, yeah. Let's have a look what the giant thing's called. Magnetkin of Nagel. The Glockkin is the big one. You what, sorry?
Probably just called Jeff.
Yeah.
Spelled with a G, because you know.
He's called Jeff.
There we go.
Now they've got 3 names. There's the Morbid X Twiceborn. There's Orgot's Demon Spew and Blowob Rotspawn.
Wait, do I even want to know what's a twice born? No, actually I don't, because the sheer mechanics of twice born is no.
What does it say on the box? It's the Magathord. That's what it's called, the Magathord. So it's a Blight King riding a giant monster, basically. The Bumsick 5000 says Beanbag. Yes, yes, indeed. But yeah, so I don't know if they're any good, but they look cool. But the Great and Clean ones, 85 quid. I thought they were 65.
No, all Great Demons. That's why that Zench Battle Force
was so good.
Box, like, yes, please. You're getting a Greater Demon and a couple of like Zangor sorcerers or whatever, and then everything else is free. Mental.
Twice Born shits out Naglings. Fuck me, I need him in my life. I wish I could shit out Naglings. Just imagine how much fun you could have.
You'd spend quite a lot in Bog Roll, though, let's be fair.
I've got Bog Roll, man.
We're about to go to possibly like a tier 4 lockdown all over the UK. You need to hold on to that. That's
yeah, so they look cool. I don't know what they do, but they look cool. A good look.
They do look.
Yeah. But yeah, so I like the more I look at like Nurgle stuff in Age of Sigmar, I'm like, yeah, but it's like I just don't enjoy it. I just don't like the double turn. I hate it. It really puts me off playing.
Is it because it's a sort of random factor that's extremely powerful?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's like it creates, in my opinion, creates too many feel bads. Because it's like, like you could have an ultimate plan ahead, and then your opponent will just get a double turn and just absolutely rinse you. Or,
but I suppose you have to account for that in everything you do, right?
Yeah, exactly. But also, like, you could be getting your arse handed to you just because your army is weaker because it came out a year ago. And then they get double turn anyway. So everyone's like, oh, the games are much quicker in Age of Sigmar
than in AOS.
Yeah, sorry?
Because that's like 2 or 3 times now, just this stream you've referred to. This book's old, so, it's not very good. How much more is power creep an issue in AOS?
It's exactly the same, if not worse.
Okay, because obviously Marines are unbelievably strong.
Mm-hmm.
Necrons are a new book, and they are very good. I genuinely think that they're a contender. But they're not Marines. Mm-hmm. But in Age of Sigmar, it seems very much that if your book is old, well, then buy a new army, rather than if your book is old, you can still win if you play well.
No. So from my understanding, it's just like, if you have an old book, there's no point even turning up. Because other armies can just manipulate the game so much. Like, you think like having unique secondary is bad. It's bad. Just think about like being able to manipulate the game where another player can't.
How so?
Such as like endless spells, for example. They wind me up. So endless spells are a spell that summon a model to the battlefield, which then whoever doesn't have the next turn at the start of the battle round, whoever's got bottom of turn gets to move them before the turn. So if I summon like 10 endless spells, but then I go first, like my opponent moves them all and uses all their abilities.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense, right?
Is there a proper risk-reward thing then?
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting that go.
You'd never summon 10 that you can all like use, because not all of them are like offensive. What are they called? Predatory, which can essentially like move, do mortal wounds.
Right. Okay.
That's what predatory endless spells tend to do. But then like, for example, one of the most recent games I had, which kind of shows how long ago it was, is Lizard. I was playing against Toby with Lizard Men, And they have bound endless spells, so they can cast endless spells that the opponent can't control at all. So they're like, I cast it, so it's mine. But like
that sounds a bit like how they should play, though. Bear in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
But I remember Lizardmen having all these like old creations from the Slan and so on.
Yeah, and then like
so it's fluffy, but maybe a bit obnoxious.
Yeah, but then you can do so much with the endless spells. Like you have like some seriously really strong powers, and the limitation with them is that they are really short range. But then there's like an endless spell called a portal that you can just like cast powers through it. So,
okay.
So you stand next to one side of it, then you cast through it. Yeah, it's just proper. It just stuff like that just really like winds me up, and it's like it's just annoying. It's like you can't play around it because if you don't have any casters, you just like have to sit and watch an army just delete you in the psychic phase, which is actually what turned me off of fantasy as well, because I used to play Tomb Kings. I used to play against my friend with High Elves, and they had banishment, and it's exactly the same vibe. Games Workshop doing fantasy games just don't know how to avoid making the psychic phase or the magic phase so ridiculous against certain armies.
So I wasn't playing at the time, but I remember people with Purple Sun having a roll off, see who goes first. And then, like, I've gone first, so I cast Purple Sun and your army's dead. Do you want to play best of 3?
Yeah.
That's not good for any game.
No, exactly.
So if they can't still be as bad as that, because otherwise no one would play it, and it's got a large following. Like, certainly compared to other tabletop games that aren't 40k. Sigmar is probably.
Games Workshop, though. Hello, new follower, the Drunk Mystic. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, bro. How you doing? So, there's obviously enough people that enjoy it, but I wonder if they end up with more if they took out things like the double turn, or whether there's like that's their thing that they've put in. You know, this is different to 40k, and here's part of it. Here's why.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of all it is. It's just to be like, haha, we're an interesting game because we have this weird dice roll. And I see more people who play casually complain about it, and the people who play competitive, or what I like to call the gatekeepers, just say, oh, if you can't play for the double turn, you're just a bad player. And it's like, no. No, it's a stupid mechanic. Giving someone 2 turns in a row is a stupid mechanic. It's only beneficial if one side is getting smashed.
Okay.
I think they're banned endless spells. Not to what I know of. I'm sure I would have heard something about that. But it's like Lumineth are just like ridiculous as well. They've got like Teclis, who's obviously the best caster in the game. But everyone seems to be the best caster in the game for some reason.
Yeah, for 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes. Everyone has their time in the spotlight. So Teclis can just like auto cast powers without even rolling. And just stuff like that. He auto casts them on 12. And it's like, cool, so you can't deny it.
That's absolutely banned.
Yeah.
That shouldn't.
It's 600 points, but like when he takes out like 1,000 points just with psychic powers, does he mind? It's like no. So the game, as a casual player who would like to be good at it, doesn't scream to me.
Okay.
But there you go. That's just my opinion. You guys might have a different opinion. That's totally cool. I'd love to hear it. But in my opinion, the double turn's stupid. People who say it's not are gatekeeping the game, and the magic phase is too much. So my idea of fun is when I played against Dan's Empire army or Cities of Sigmar army. It was a horrific shooting army, but I felt like on an equal level playing field with an older book. But it does seem like every new book that comes out is just really good. Like the Gargants that have just come out, the Giants, they're really good if you take all the big ones. They can do some really funky stuff like kick objectives around the battlefield and stuff.
I want that for my knights.
Yeah, they can kick them 3d6.
Absolutely.
or 2d6 or something. So funny.
Right, that's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
I'd be that over OBSEC.
Yeah, that'd be fun. How's the sub goal going on YouTube? Oh, that is a good point. We This morning, when I woke up, we were 18 subscribers away from 20,000.
Oh, man.
20,000.
That's coming.
If they named a weapon after you, like the Hellstorm crossbow, would you change your mind? It'd be the best game in existence, mate, honestly.
What if they named a weapon after you, but it was still as ineffective as a Hellstorm bolter?
Be quiet. Okay.
I mean, we love the Hellstorm bolter, and I take it none of the time.
Exactly. We are still 18 subscribers away. So if you are not subscribed on YouTube, if you have an extra phone with an account on it, if you have a mom or girlfriend or dog with a YouTube account, please subscribe right now. We are 18 away from 20,000. We are 19,982. That's where we are. I would like to hit 20,000 before the end of 2020, which is in 2 days now. So
nice. I've got no chance.
Also, tech lists can take a power that make enemy command abilities cost +1 command point. Yeah, they're just annoying, aren't they?
That's extremely obnoxious.
Yeah, especially when you're over like 3 command points.
In your back pocket at all times.
Yeah.
Without rolling for it.
Yeah. Just the idea, because Dan was like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Why?"
No.
And I'm like, "You've got tech lists. I've got like Nighthorn are so bad. Nighthorn are really, really bad.
Start a box faction, and
yeah,
that was a couple of boxes ago.
Like Death Guard before they got their big update. It was like that sort of vibe. Like they were a joke. Just rubbish. Yeah, just don't even bother being put on the table. So yeah.
So essentially, what we're saying then is, if you go in some sort of conquest style magazine,
yeah,
and you're not the equivalent of Space Marine, you're a pile of wank.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Stormcast are too bad, but that might be. I might not be right. I'm not sure.
Like I said, because they're Marines, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
But I'm not sure how good they are. But they were decent for a while. But again, as new stuff comes out, that gets good. Very, very consistently.
Well, it's like power creep is a thing. It's never going away because it's a sales technique, and GW like money, same as every other company. That's not a negative. And this is why I'm not fussed that there's no Imperial Night book yet. That could be the last codex they release, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with it. Well, maybe not the last codex, because then it's a new edition coming. Probably like 4th to last, I'd be okay, because then we'd be strong AF.
Yeah, exactly.
Good edition.
Because Space Marines will get left in the dirt. You think they're strong now, but they'll get left in the dirt eventually.
Yeah, until they get their version 2.0 codex, which they'll be the only faction that gets a version 2.0 codex every edition.
Hell yeah. 29, 30. Yeah, okay, 3 days. Okay. I'd like to hit it before New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve celebration. That's what he meant, guys. Come on, don't start on Mikey for his
20,000. That's what it is.
And if you want to do that, then go and watch some of his battle reports. We put the scores up on the screen.
I don't put the scores on the end of the screen anymore.
Canadian Ranger, yeah, I know why. One day Knights will shine again. They will absolutely shine again.
God bloody desperate for him, Sue.
Trash Army.
Trash Army for trash players.
Trash Army for trash players, he's saying now. Wow.
I mean, I agree.
Wow. 80% win rate in competitive games, Ben.
Yeah. So it's that easy.
That easy? Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
I said it's easy mode.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Death Guard, one of the strongest factions in the game right now. Unable to take on the Knights.
Yep.
Without just crying a little bit, actually. Like literally as well. I'm not exaggerating though. Ben has literally broken down and sat on the sofa, just like completely eyes open, mouth wide. So, I don't even know what to do.
Is he taking the Ironclad Furnace and like still losing?
Well, Ben hasn't actually played my knight since February of last year because he refuses.
Fair.
We did play a game at a tournament, I think, a local event, but it was like small points, and I think it might even have been against my Marines. He enjoyed the 2-turn decimation he took there more than any game against my knights.
Thank you much for the follow, Chizzer0910.
There you go, Hellstorm family. That's my housemate Ben. He loves Nurgle. He hates. Got proper PTSD about them.
Yeah, you'll upset him, aren't you?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
Got my wife to subscribe. Fantastic, Umberlina.
Hey.
I'll make some perfect content for your wife. I'll get Georgie on, and she'll do some like baking stuff or something. I did find some Space Marine cookie cutters, so
Nice. I had batarang shaped gingerbread today.
nice.
My other half made, because nothing screams Christmas like Batman.
Exactly. They do smell.
Well, actually, Batman made a Facebook post as a PSA saying that he doesn't smell. The Joker is safely locked up in Arkham. Robin is incapable of laying eggs. The Batmobile still has all its wheels. You know, he's disproved all those myths, urban legends. Yeah, I thought it was very, very interesting.
Very noble of him.
Yeah, it's nice that this is the time of year that he feels he can come out and make a public service announcement. So
yeah,
cheers, Batman. Nice to know you over us.
He better not be out fighting crime.
Well, not in this weather.
He doesn't wear a mask on his face. He wears it on his head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, apparently, forehead masks don't stop COVID.
They do not. Ask Robert Pattinson. That was really bad. Dear.
Too far away from where I live.
Well, they're not.
Orthodox. They filmed a load of Gotham. Not Gotham. Whatever it's called, the new Batman film.
The new Batman. But it's probably going to be bad. Let's be real.
I have absolutely no faith in that person's acting ability.
Well, his acting ability is fine. It's just DC don't know how to make a movie.
Several Twilight films, right?
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to watch it because it's a Batman film.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. DC and their movies and stuff don't really go together. I did like Suicide Squad because I can just turn my brain off and watch an entertaining film.
Yeah.
But it was like there's no two ways about it. It was shite.
Because didn't they screw up with Wonder Woman as well? I've not heard great things about it.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, the latest one.
Yeah, but I'll go to the movies if the movies ever open again, and watch a Gal Gadot film.
Yeah. Well, that one you don't even have to. You can stream it from home on HBO.
Oh, nice.
That's what they've done. They've said that it's coming out in cinemas and it came out on Christmas Day and you could stream it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get HBO in the UK, but I'm sure that's a workaround.
Yeah, just dial into the States and sign up for HBO.
VPN. I think I'll do the hilt of this gold as well. The problem is because these aren't like Death Guard models. I'm trying to paint them in a Death Guard style fashion, but they don't have the same features to be painted like the same colours. Like,
okay,
like they don't have like trim on their armor. There's normally like a gold, some of them to like paint it in to make them match.
Painted.
Yeah, sorry.
How is your Death Guard painted? I can't remember.
Oh, go and get one. 1 second.
Show me what they could be seeing on the Death Guard Battle Report over at Hellstormwargaming.co.uk.
Hell yeah, they can be seen on Battle Reports. They've got to be seen on Winter's SEO's channel.
Oh, yes, of course you took them over there.
Yeah, but I'm probably not going to get them out until the Codex release now, which hopefully Oh, fingers crossed.
Next month.
Games Workshop said it's next year. let me grab a death card.
So I'm just using a mixture of black paint and purple paint that I've thinned down, and just glazing in some shadows. We did some orange paint that I thinned down and glazed in some shadows on the front of this guy. We're going for a very feral kind of mix to him, and something a little bit cartoony, a little bit sort of in your face and poppy.
Nice. The Henry V Netflix film was good when he was in French, and that's what I presume that's about Robert Pattinson. Yeah. So this is a Plague Marine. So they have like the colour is a little bit off though, but they have like a Rakkar fleshy armour, which I still need to brighten up on here. They have gold trim, which is like what's a deep brown or black. It's like I think I've gone too bright with the gold. It's more like a brass. Yeah, I've got
you
like
can
a greedy gold.
And sort of bring that back down.
Yeah,
it's not a big issue.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what they look like. So I've tried to like copy this scheme. I didn't actually paint these myself. That's always the issue.
Okay.
So I need to try and match that because I realise I'm going way too bright. Because if you look at the comparison to like that stack compared to that, that's just completely off.
Like some significant washes on.
Yeah, I reckon that's like a brass scorpion or something like that, or that sort of colour range.
Yeah.
I know you don't do GW names, so.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GW paints out on my desk out of like 12. So we're doing well on the GW repping today.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, so I've gone to the wrong metallic, but it's got a metallic base, so the colour will be easy to go back over.
Yeah.
What I can do is just the normal metals for a little bit. But in 20 minutes or 25 minutes, we will be doing the stream hobby whip community stream. Look at your stuff that you've been painted. Use exclamation point Discord, exclamation point whip, and join the Discord. We'll be going through what you guys have been painting today or the past few days or over Christmas and having a nosy. So Saw Rocksax 93, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you?
How'd it go?
How do you?
Show your hobby. Let's see what you've been up to.
Hell yeah. Oops, it's not. There's a bit of a temping bowl in there.
Nice. Did you get a strike?
Yeah. Sadly, I had one in my hand, so it was at no more than 9.
Call it a spare.
Fair.
All right.
Bigger brush.
So, 20-25 minutes or so. Let's do some blending on the skin for some highlights, shall we? So we've got some yellow. We're going to get a little bit of orange, mouthful highlight. Just lay out a grid of these colours. And we can just glaze them in, go back and forward throughout, and work around a mini nice and quick.
Nice.
This is one of the giveaway minis from the stream. This is from last month's giveaway. It went to a guy called Jerry Drop Dead, who unfortunately didn't get in touch with me for 2 weeks after winning it. I was kind of the username had checked out. And finally, they managed to get hold of him. He said, look, paint it however you want to do it, man. It's cool. I'm just glad to won. Yeah. I love it when that happens because I get to go wild with paint schemes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to get a cool miniature, especially if you're not going to use it for anything.
Yep.
We don't play Chaos or anything like that.
Yeah, don't play Chaos. Maybe you play D&D. You play D&D with minis rather than just a pen and paper.
Yeah. Best way to play D&D, in my opinion.
You like minis?
Yeah. I like playing with minis.
Fair. I'm not surprised though, because obviously you've got a wargaming background, and so.
Well, yeah.
Just to play with.
You think it'd be like, oh, it's a nice change just to use paper, but it's like, no, I think it's best when you've got minis on the battlefield. Still.
There says, what did you think of the Xmas Day / reveal? I thought the infantry models would make good 40k greater possessed. They're okay. Yeah.
The weird Slangor are pretty cool. Like the headless stuff and shit like that. I'm not.
I like the fact they've got Slangor because I remember all the different Bestigor, Pestigor, and so on variants from Warhammer years and years ago. So I like the fact that there's a bit of a nod to that.
Yeah.
I'm not overly sold on them. I don't think they're the best thing since sliced bread, but they're cool.
Yeah, I like the vibe they're going for with Slaanesh.
Yeah,
especially with like the infantry and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a nice change of pace rather than just boobies. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Again, I'm not super into AOS. I'm trying to get into it, so I'm not really sure about it right now. But the Dark Eldar Sisters box was okay.
Yeah, is it me or has Lilith Hesperax been on the weight gain 5000?
I think it's the shape of her body, like the pose she's got.
She's like GW.
She's curling her back by the looks of it. So
Sorax.
Oh, there you go.
Exclamation point Discord.
Yeah, she's exclamation point Discord to join in. Hey, so how are people planning to store those Necron Canoptek Doomstalkers? To store them? What do you mean?
Do you mean like in a carry case to take somewhere?
Magnetized to a tray, bro.
Yeah, that's one way. I'm a big fan of KR, and after having a KR case for my knights, to be able to get them on a plane, that's a pretty decent storage solution, I think.
Yeah, KR's decent. I've used them for a long time as well.
But you are paying for it. That's the only downside.
Yeah. Only ever so slightly cheaper than Games Workshop equivalent.
Yeah, but miles better.
Yeah, especially not like custom cut.
Zigzag foam they've got.
It's good for some stuff. It's not great for most.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best explanation of it. You know, good for some stuff, not great for almost everything else.
Yeah, it's perfect for Space Marines, for example.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything with sticky out bits is a no.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, it's good for transporting tanks if you rip most of it out. But only tanks, not anything with spikes on or anything.
So not Chaos tanks?
No. Just good tanks. The Imperial ones.
Good tanks.
Good tanks. I'm good, tanks. How are you? I use cardboard KR cases. Yeah, I've got. I think I've got like 3 KR cases that are cardboard. I don't have any plastic. I used to have an aluminium one, and then I decided I really didn't like having to take out 5 million trays to get to the bottom.
Yeah, they fit plenty.
Yeah.
It's one of the only cases that I could use for my knights because it's anything that was big enough to fit 4 knights, but small enough to fit in the airplane baggage restrictions.
Yeah. You can get like backpacks for the 2 cardboard ones as well, which is cool.
Yeah, you can.
I used to have like a messenger bag for 1 cardboard one, which is pretty decent for a lot of stuff.
Nice.
So I used to use that a lot. For me, storage is always an afterthought though, because I just play at home most of the time. So, but
yeah,
if not,
exactly.
I'm usually in the country, so I use like a magnetized tray. Appreciate not everyone has that luxury, and they do have to store them. But yeah, that'd be the best suggestion. Is like in a box, magnetized, like a tote box, or as Jay said, like KL cases are pretty decent.
Yeah. So are we allowed, or we, like I'm involved, are you allowed to talk about the LVO?
The LV No?
The LV No.
LV No. I am allowed to talk about the LV No, yeah.
Because I think there might be some people in the chat that don't know about that, and I think it's absolutely a fascinating thing.
So if anyone doesn't know, I did put a video out the other day explaining everything that's going on, but between the 29th and the 31st of January, I'm going to be involved in a big old live stream along with the 40k Stats Center and big old channels like Tabletop Titans, Vanguard Tactics, Art of War Down Under, Play on Tabletop, Oh god, I forgot the rest. I'm just gonna quickly just squint my eyes while I picture how beautiful they all are. Goonhammer, Forged Narrative, and Frontline Gaming, because we're going to be doing a whole big stream called the Las Vegas Nopen, which Georgie pointed out what they should have done with the logo is had Nope as red rather than just the N, because people are reading it as Las Vegas Open. They're not noticing the red N.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just an English thing.
Maybe.
Or more of an English thing than an American thing.
Yeah. But if anyone doesn't know what it is, essentially, the Las Vegas Open was cancelled this year. So to replace it, what the guys at Stat Center have organised is a tournament that the content creators I've mentioned are going to stream with a little twist. Little twist where essentially we all submit a list and play our games at home. And then round 2, well, whoever wins each game, the list gets passed forward rather than the players. So someone else might play the list round 2 and then someone else round 3. But I'm really excited for that. I've got some really cool list ideas, which I'm going to be putting out on a premium video sometime this week.
Nice.
I'm hoping to get that out before New Year, but I'm not really sure. I'm not going to make a promise. But hopefully this week. But yeah, it should be really fun. Should be really cool. So it's a 16-man elimination event, and myself and Tank are entering.
Well, I wish you the absolute best of luck for your chosen list.
My chosen list,
yeah. How tempting is it to troll everyone by taking a list that's actually really good, but that no one will have the models for?
Well, everyone in Coffee Time chat yesterday was telling me I should take the Spencer list.
Yes, you should.
I should, but if I win, that means whoever takes the second round, if I'm not playing the second round, will have to build and paint 9 Canoptek spiders, which I don't think they'll allow.
Look, I reckon somewhere, if you trawl through YouTube, there'll be some guide on how to make Canoptek spiders.
There will be.
That's got been done, right?
Well, someone's then got to go out and buy 9 reanimators.
Yeah, that's fine, because nobody on the internet knows that you can convert them into spiders yet. And so the prices are already cheap because no one's a scalping
it's got
son of a gun.
3,000 views. That's 3,000 people.
I know, mate. I'm being completely facetious. I love the fact that you could buy those reanimators for about £6, and then suddenly people realised there was this cool conversion you could do, and they're like £16.
Yeah.
Like, well done, internet. Well done.
It's funny how I did my video on the conversion after I already had mine.
Yeah. Have you gotten back to Ventress yet? Because he's very genuine about sending you those reanimators.
He messaged me yesterday to remind me, and I was like, I'm just very bad at, I'm very forgetful, so I do need to message him or them. I apologise if it's not, but
no, you're right. It's a him. It's a Dan.
But yeah, so I just need to get back to him. I'm just terrible at keeping up with things, especially over Christmas. I literally spent Christmas Day and Boxing Day doing nothing, which is actually really nice.
Yeah.
So, and then I did coffee time.
I did a Boxing Day stream. So.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I spent Christmas Day doing Christmas Day things. The only work I did was setting up my Instagram post.
Same. Had to do Instagram post for Christmas. Yeah.
And then Boxing Day, I did.
Put the steak up.
Yeah. Well, mine was obviously setting up the table for the battle, the Christmas battle between me and Georgie.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was funny. And then we played Mario Kart all day Boxing Day.
Bang
it! Start to finish, we did 100cc in one sitting. We did every single cup.
Awesome, dude. What did I do? I played a board game. It's a HP Lovecraft one. It's the Mansions of Madness.
All right.
Which is like a player versus environment cooperative. Sorry, it's not a cooperative game. Player versus environment game where one player takes control of the environment and you're like all the baddies. Okay. It's like having a game of D&D. Essentially, you have one person that's essentially a GM and one person that's all the player characters.
Nice.
And that's a lot of fun. It plays a little bit like Munchkin. You know how if you play Munchkin, half of the game is just about fucking over somebody.
Yeah.
It plays a lot like that.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
Steve says, I want to live in Mikey's house. Why do you want to live in my house? I'm in it, which makes it 90% terrible.
Yeah, but Georgie seems nice, you know.
Georgie is nice, yes.
There you go.
Is it because it's got Spencers? Because I'd understand. Just take 6 bloodthirsters and as many Nurglings as you can.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's not going to get out of round 1, you'd have to worry about it.
Well, no one else has to worry now. So that's kind of like what you've got to balance.
Tank's a really solid player. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a list at least get through.
So essentially, if I win my game, or Tank wins his game, the next time that list sees the table, it might be by someone in the US or someone in Australia. It might be us again, we don't know, but for the second round, the list gets passed forward to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of got to balance like a good list that's unique, but also if I do win, can anyone else replicate that list? Which is kind of why I'm thinking I'm going to take Blood Angels. So
Blood Angles.
Blood Angles, yeah. Because 1, I know it'll probably do really well. 2, I think it'll be a good game against Tank because I know he's got a really good list he's planning.
Is he taking Wolves or?
No, he's not. No, you'll have to wait and see. But it's a really good list. So I think that'd be a really good matchup as well. Like a really good watch. And then, but the other thing as well is both lists can be replicated by other people.
Nice.
So, which is kind of like very important, obviously.
Yeah, got to be considerate.
Yeah, sadly, got to be considerate.
Are you sure you're going to take Blood Angels? Because let's be fair, the best Blood Angels player in the world is.
But the problem was it was first come first serve. And I put my name down first. I was the first one to put my name down for Blood Angels.
Oh wow!
So I don't know if he is going to be taking Blood Angels. You know.
Would have done that if I was in your shoes.
I'm the best Blood Angels player on the stream.
That's going to be so much meme fuel.
Yeah. They're not limiting anyone to factions, but they've kind of said, like, we're going to ask everyone to put down what they're going to be playing. And then we're going to have to break it up if there's too much. Because they don't want... whilst it would be easy for everyone if every matchup was Blood Angels versus White Scars, they don't want to kind of want to avoid that.
I guess it would probably make better TV if they didn't have just that.
Well, yes, more convenient TV if that was all it was. But yeah, so they want to avoid that. So they kind of went. They kind of said like, let us know what everyone wants to use, and we'll like work around it. So I said I want to play Blood Angels. So we will see. I might not be able to play them yet, but I'll probably if they say no to Blood Angels, I'll probably just play some other sort of Space Marine flavour.
So it'd be the Death Ravens.
Yeah,
watch.
or play Death Guard, I think. So because I have the Possessed nearly done. So that's kind of like where my head's at.
I still think most people can get 9 spiders sorted relatively swiftly. If they're in.
I think you're trying to lure me to a false sense of security.
Gosh, right now. But the fans want to see you play 9 Spencers. We want to see you play 9 Spencers since we christened Spencer as Spencer.
I know. I just don't think this is. I don't think this is the event. Sadly, as cool as it would be, unless I just ran it knowing it was going to lose round 1.
Take a dive.
Yeah, be like, I was the guy who ran the 9 spiders and lost the first game.
Yeah. Gilman says as many of the Celeste chariots as you can fit.
No.
That sounds like something you'd have to do to yourself, really.
No, I'm okay.
There are plenty of Slanesh players out there that really take the excess and pain thing too far, and anyone that's got that many chariots is definitely one of them.
Yeah, it's a terrible model.
Just Not fun.
No.
I think I'd rather do a Drake than that.
Yeah, like any model where you have to take the 95 wheels and paint them individually just so you can paint them all. It's just asking for trouble.
To be fair, I do have 32 separate sub-assemblies for Silent King sat on my desk.
He's a Lord of War special character.
Exactly right. That's where it's okay.
He's not a 100-point model that does nothing and dies. I don't know what they do.
What's your speciality, Chariot? To be super fragile in every sense of the word.
Yeah. Drive my owner to sheer madness from painting 29 million wheels with spikes. It's beautiful to it is beautiful to look at, but it's just terrible to actually do anything else with.
I've seen very few of them that look good because I think most people, by the time they get to the stage where they're painting it, they're so fecked off with the thing anyway.
Yeah.
That they're rushing through, and that's a shame. But I genuinely think that's what happens.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they just seem to be like the MO of Slaanesh Chariots or anything in that sort of style. This
going on that as a little tangent. Then, what's the model that you've put together or that you've painted that's been the most pain in the butt?
Necron Ghost Arc, hands down.
Oh yeah, that's a contender for sure.
Yeah. If we excluded the most obvious ones, Tomb Blades are pretty annoying as well.
Yes. Yeah, another Necron choice. Any of the arc things that are made of plastic, they're pretty annoying.
Yeah. I'm kind of just not even thinking about Forge World because you can just talk all day.
Yes, because just building some of that is an unmitigated disaster. I did a fully assembled Belisarius Call once, and that will never happen again.
Yikes.
It was a commission for a guy. It was a friend of mine that didn't realize he built it. It turned out with. Oh.
No.
Cheers. Thanks for that.
I appreciate this now.
So yeah, that was unfun. Also glad to see the back of Magnus's wings. Painting Magnus's wings white. I was so glad when that was done. He's such a pretty model. He looks great, but
yeah, they're not hard
finally
to build, though, are they?
White. No, just one piece. One of them, or most of one piece, I think.
Yeah.
The other one's 3 or 4, but it's still easy.
I'm trying to just think of just building. What's the worst model to build?
Oh, worst one to build?
That's what I thought. Painting, you could be there for days as well.
Best way to leave.
Hmm?
Just trying to think. There was something I put together recently that I got really hacked off with, and I can't remember what it was now.
The Silent King.
He's not together, really, I suppose.
Oh, no.
Just looking at this array of pieces all around the desk. It's all separated up into, this is being painted to begin with Blackstone, which is this week's YouTube video tutorial. Then I've got a load of stuff for me, this is going to be gold predominantly, this is going to be silver predominantly, so I can get all the airbrush work done. And so yeah, he's not really assembled. Although I did find him quite tricky to assemble because this is the main part of his base. This is what his dais, his throne is supported by.
Yeah.
And there are a few pieces in this that in the instructions they sort of give you the number and they give you the relative shape of what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. The numbers are a little bit difficult to see on the sprue. So I'm looking for the shape. I think it was one of these bits. And I spent 5 minutes looking for it. And I moved past it several times because on the instructions it looks really small.
All right. They're just humongous.
So it throws you off on the scale. So yeah, that was irritating, but that's
yeah,
it could have been far worse.
Science Pie says not a big unit, but the old plastic Necron warriors that had the sprues attached to the cheeks. Yeah, that was so bad. That was so bad.
cleaning that was
just
full
like,
set.
why did you even think this is a good idea?
Yeah.
No.
Although to be fair, one of the is it the Outrider?
Yeah.
They've got a screw joint right in the middle of their shoulder pad.
Yeah, and the Eradicators do as well.
Oh.
Yeah, the Outriders are actually really shoddy kits due to that big line that goes down the middle with nothing to cover it. If you had something to cover it, it'd be fine, but it doesn't. So it's actually for a 2020 release, it's pretty shocking from Games Workshop, I'd say. It's just a bad model. It just doesn't go together properly.
The thing is, a lot of the Marine stuff, especially the bigger kits, I do find that's the case. None of the tanks fit together very well.
Yeah.
The flying tanks.
Yeah, the repulsors and stuff. They're a nightmare.
There's always a massive gap at the front.
Yeah. It was just a bit of a meme, that Outrider squad, because everyone wanted loads of them. And then they were like, oh, you can finally buy them. Also, we're not going to increase the unit size. Also, the same kit, which I've already said is bad, it's going to be like 40 quid. Or whatever it is. I don't know. It's just
yeah,
like...
surprised that wasn't a normal version of that instead of a push-to-fit one.
Yeah, they were just like, get stuff.
Resin Thunderfire Cannon, oh, wow.
So I actually, for Las Vegas Open, I hot glued mine together. The hot glue is great for holding forecasts together, but not if you want to be able to see like nice stuff. So if you look at the bottom, it's just hot glue. But that works a treat. Sounds grim, but it works a treat. You sorry?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's exactly.
A hobby crime.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's the other thing you can get them all together with, because you just fill the gap.
Thunderfire Cannon.
I had the
rather than trying to take the rapier quad mortars and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I used to do that until I got a few new ones. But there you go. Sounds like a euphemism. Yeah, stick it in the hole and hope for the best. But I have done a whole hour and a bit of hobby.
That's you sort of
It is, yeah, that's me done. Thanks, everyone. But now it is 7:45, so now it's time for the Stream Models Whip Community time. We need a name for it. A good one.
Let's let the chat decide.
Stream Independent Models Praising Time. Or Simp.
Hang on,
for short.
God.
It's time for Simped.
Nice.
I think that's pretty decent. I like that one. So let's do it. We'll look at the first meme to begin with.
Got to start with those memes. Gumbellini, you better not let me down.
Kid Deep Blue regrets asking Grandma for Drukari box set. It's the Drew Carey show. Hooray! The Simp Whip. Brilliant. That just sounds a bit kinky. The Simp Whip. A bit, yeah. Quizzitor, are you a heretic, loyalist, mutant, or Xenos? And the Gene Stealer cultist. All of them, all at once, I suppose. That is good. That is good. I like it. Thank you much for the follow. Sons of Syndrome, welcome to the Simped. It's got a T on the end. It's not an insult. So we'll scroll down. We'll go to community. We'll go to stream models whip sharing. It's called. One day I will remember what it's called, and that'll be the day I stop streaming.
It's gonna say that'll be the day you rename it.
Yeah, I'll have to change it. So we got Vexing Hunter working on some Grey Knights once again. Got those magnetized Grey Knight Strike Marines / Interceptors as well. Nice, dude.
Good, G.
Very nice. Looking very silver. Nice red shoulder pad. Looking very classic Grey Knight scheme. Looking cool. I love Grey Knights. They're so cool.
Same. I've got an army that I'm never going to get around to. That's the problem.
Yeah, very cool, man. Very, very cool. Let's get some hype in the chat for all the cool hobby that everyone's been working on today. Pat, nearly finished the croissant now. Just need to dial back the green and gun since I overkilled it a lot. Oh, nice, dude. It's looking good. So, Jay is probably ready to say it. But I don't think that's too much.
No, I don't either.
No. What are you going to say, Jay? What do you reckon?
No, I'm going to say that is extremely green, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, everything else you've got on the Mini is kind of a desaturated color. It's bland would be the wrong word, but there's nothing that really jumps out from it. And that green's really packed. I think it's solid.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could also add some green wash into the recesses. That'd help stop it looking so bright, as you would say. It'd help tone it down, and then if you put some edge highlights in as well, some white or really, really like yellow or really bright green. That was a tip that I learned from Jay. To bring
Take some green got there, mix some yellow into it. It would work great.
Yeah, exactly. Great work, man. Looks really cool. Beanbag working on the foul blight spawn, and he's looking very foul indeed, and by that I mean excellent. Great work, dude.
Yeah, top. Love how battered he looks. Very weathered, very dirty. Yeah. You could do a little bit more with the head that he's got, the shrunken head on his belt, because it's a little bit hidden. But everything else you've done there is great.
Yeah, I like the little guy with the grenade as well. He's having a great time. Yeah, exactly. Great job, dude. Great job. So I do my bases very similar to you, but I build. It's not a good example. This plague marine, so I won't show you that. But I build the granite stuff deeper, and then I make like a pool out of the Nurgle's rot. And what I do is I put a little bit of yellow wash in there because it makes it look like it's all dried in and looks gross. I found that Nurgle's rot looks a little bit flat in my opinion, so that's what I started doing to mine. It really looks cool. But maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. You could tell me to shut up. That's totally cool. We also have a beast of Nurgle. He's waving. Hello. He's very cute.
Been 30 times. Look at them tentacles bimbling off.
Yeah, they're really good. I do like this model. I don't like its price. I really like it though.
Yeah, is it more than £1 a point?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's just under. But it's like I think they're like £25 each, and it's like 30-point model.
So
yeah.
Oh, in Euro, there you go.
€35, yeah, pretty grim. Reminds me of Ghostbusters. Yeah, it is very that. It looks great, Beanbag. Keep it up. I love it. I can refinish my assault testers over Christmas. Pretty happy with them. Also did some more actual freehand on them, not only on the bases this time. Nice. Dude.
These are solid. Really nice. Really cool. Great looking scheme. When they're parade ground style, I think they're one of the nicest looking armies to do like that. So you've smashed it.
Yeah, looks great, dude. Really nice. It's just such a classic scheme, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Very striking, very clean.
Yeah,
and
the yellow bases really contrast them really nicely.
Yeah, they do. I like the fact with a little bit more than that though as well. So there's the extra details there, little splashes of red, which help bring it up to a warmer color overall. Ultras can be quite cold, so I like the fact you've done that.
Yeah, exactly. £27.50 per model, and they're 35 points each. They're almost £1 a point.
It's rough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I like the old ones, but they're hard to get hold of now.
I've got 3. I'll swap for some new ones.
No.
Okay.
I might swap 1, maybe 2 new ones for 3 old ones. Maybe at a push.
Your hand through the webcam.
You what? Sorry.
Going. Shaking your hand through the webcam. That's it. Done deal.
Are they even in stock?
Oh.
Probably not. No, great job, Red Cavalry. Bats Peaky Pie got a Fire Raptor for Christmas. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Lordy.
Look at the bands.
Yeah, there's a lot of rubber bands to hold it together. Looks like you got some rubber bands for Christmas as well. You got loads there.
Here's your Fire Raptor. Rubber bands not included. It says on the packet and everything.
Yeah, nice. Watching Chapter Master Valrak. Tell Chapter Master Valrak he's a simp. A great looking model. Really cool. I do like the Forge World stuff, whilst I hate Forge World and like the kits, they do look cool. They do make some of the coolest models, but they're not models.
Fire like 90 points before guns.
Mm.
Everyone had 3.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm skeptical of that.
Yeah.
The coolest thing in this picture, though, whilst Fire Raptor is very impressive and Valrak's great and all.
Is it the NES games?
NES games in the background.
It is. Looks like it.
Oh, mate, I am absolutely in love right now.
It looks like we've got Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
The furthest one. I think the blue one's Kirby Land.
It could be. I mean, work it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the second one, the red and white one. And let's get it on stream. There you go. And the furthest one, that might just be like Super Mario Brothers 1. But it looks like Super Mario Brothers 3, Kirby Land, and something else. So that'll be my guess. If you guys in the chat want to help us deduce what's in the NES pile, I'm sure Bats Pinkie Pie could tell us, but that's not as fun as trying to guess.
We need to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I noticed how the Fire Raptor then in the following picture got painted.
Oh, wow.
In one go. It looks epic, bro.
Nice. Great job. And look, you can still see the NES games. It's Bubble Bubble. Ah, Bubble. Nice. Got the GameCube to the right as well, covered in like little figures, little Power Rangers or something. I don't know. Gundam. Little robots. My brother, for Christmas, I didn't get any hobby stuff, but my brother got me a Nintendo Switch GameCube control. So it's like a GameCube control that you can use with your Nintendo Switch.
Right.
So that's why we played Mario Kart all day the other day. But also, I obviously have. Look at me in the eyes, everyone. I obviously have a GameCube console and GameCube games via the PC. So I'm going to be able to play GameCube games with the old controller, which is really fun.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, because you can use them in your PC and run it through Steam. So, which is pretty epic. Pretty epic, not going to lie. But great job, Bats Pinkie Pie. That Fire Raptor looks epic. You've also got all your chapters up there as well. Nice, really cool. Chaos One with his converted Death Guard Rhino from a Plague Burst Crawler. I saw this in the Death Guard group the other day, I think. My group, Death Guard Gaming group. Death Guard Group Gaming, I think I'm called at the minute on Twitter. But this looks really cool. I really like it. So it's a converted Rhino from a Plague Burst Crawler.
Yeah. I love it. I honestly think this looks like it should be a Games Workshop kit.
Yeah. It looks really cool. Ah, it's Soundwave. Right, okay. The Soundwave cassette. So they're Transformers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. I can't tell if those tracks have been rebuilt or not. Don't recognise this bit now. I suppose that's where the gun is, so you don't really see it. But that was really cool, man.
Yeah, the gun is there. So yeah, I guess so. That's I've seen that on something. I can't remember what.
It's Mortarian, maybe. It's like a barrel of something.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that.
Oh, is it the bloat drones cannon thing? Greater Blight cannon thing?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The side you never see, you have to armor plate on it. Yeah, exactly. Nice. That looks really cool. Like, look at that. This looks. I love the little hatch at the front. The way you've like brought it up.
Yeah.
So, that's great. It was really cool.
Top.
Hey, Megatron 1993, how's it going? Top weight, man. I love it. I love it. If I could be bothered, I had the time and the effort and the talent, I'd probably do this as well. But alas, I have rhinos. Really cool.
Right, everybody else has got termites, so you're okay.
Well, yeah, exactly. Until they couldn't take them for like 2 weeks. But now they can. Yeah.
Everyone was ready to sell their termites.
I was so ready to buy them. I was just ready. I was waiting for someone to put like 3 termites on eBay. I was literally checking every day. I was like, someone's going to put 3 Death Guard termites on eBay. I'm going to buy them. and I'm going to laugh when they get the FAQ.
It makes no sense for GW to not have FAQ'd that, because
yeah, exactly.
They're saying, please don't give us money if you collect these armies.
Yeah. Also, everyone who already plays Death Guard and basically played Codex Leviathan for 3 years. Sorry, we hate you. Because everyone who plays Death Guard just ran Contemptors and Leviathans before the update. It was Codex Dreadnought. So Science Pie is working on some Helverin bases. These looking pretty swish. I like these. Anti-Eldar bases.
Definitely anti-Eldar bases for sure. That's a Wraith Knight has had definitely better days.
Yeah, that's cool.
Don't be afraid of putting some of your basing material over the stuff you've put on the base.
Yeah.
To sort of in and sit on a few bits here and there, but don't be afraid of going ham with it.
Overlap it a little bit because it helps like pull it in. Makes it look like the dust has blown in and like wind swept it.
Makes it look like it belongs there a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. Great job, dude. What colour are you doing the knights? That's the question. Oh, baby, beanbag. Look at Mulch. Oh, I love him. Look at him. That is lovely. Look at Mulch there. He's having the best time. He's having a splash. He's playing in his little pool. That is beautiful.
I've got one. So
I've got him as well. I've got the Herald. Well, I've got Slimex on a base, so I can use him as a Herald. But I have the Slug as well. He just needs like just a couple of details finishing. But he looks great. I love the two-tone body. Sorry, that's really cool. And the shell's really nice as well. So he does look a bit like Gary. But he's having a great time, isn't he? Look at him.
I'd have to do Worm from Futurama if I ever painted him.
Yeah, he just like he's having. Like, fair enough, you put some slime on him, but this is so much slime. It looks like he's having a splash, and I love it. He's just like paddling. He's having the best time. Nice, dude. Great model. Great, cool model. But yeah, he's a bit poo in 40k. Unless you're running Beast and Nagel spam, then he's quite cool, but it's still quite expensive what he does. Quite cool, but also quite expensive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Efficient.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. They got the old details at the back. Got a little Pete Piranha, etc. We've got his little rake. Very cool. Crabby! Finished my Necropolis Hawks McFarlane Marine over Christmas. Really fun change from the norm. Very cool. Really nice.
This.
You what, sorry?
Absolutely love this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well done.
Yeah, great job. Great job. Beautiful
nice
striking colours.
Kept very like small and discreet, but it's there. It gives you that detail without being the focus.
Doesn't look flat. It looks interesting to look at. Really cool. Hello. We have a follow from Warlord. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, it's nice this. What type of plastic is the McFarlane one? Do we know? Thank you very much for the follow, Venom 74 DK.
Not normal toy plastic, based on the one that I've got here.
Yeah. Because the Bandai one's really like hard plastic, which is good. Thank you very much for the follow, Dreadzy. Appreciate it. How are you?
I've seen a load of conversions of these done though.
Yeah. I'm following someone on Instagram who's making one into a Corn Berserker.
Oh, nice.
With using the Corn Lord of Skull bits.
Oh.
So, looks really cool. You could just use them as a chiton at that point, couldn't you? stick him on an Imperial Knight space, it's just a chiton.
It's a little shorter, but not by a lot. If you gave it like tall helmet,
cool base.
And stuff, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Again, I'm still wanting to do something with my Bandai figure because you can actually see him just there. But we will see. It's finding time. But great job, Krabby. Really nice paint job. And again, painting something so massive is actually really fun. It's a nice change of pace. And thank you very much, Dats and Des. If you are watching on Twitch, we are also streaming on YouTube. We're actually trying to hit 20,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, then you should definitely subscribe right now. It costs you nothing. You get cool videos in your sub box for free. And I get 20,000 subscribers, so it's a win-win. It literally does nothing for you, but my ego will be pretty pumped for at least an hour. So if that's what you want, then help me out.
There you go. 1 hour of Mikey getting pumped.
Hell yeah! I'll live stream it. Just like doing power poses all around the room.
Your Hulk Hogan music on in the background.
Yeah. I get like a body harness and just like IP my phone, so I'm just live streaming from my phone, just like, and then I'm just like running around with my phone in front of me, just like going about my daily life. Probably just sat on the sofa, eating food and playing Mario Kart these days. But you can watch. Speaking of which, I was thinking about doing some Twitch stream, because I don't really use Twitch. But I was thinking about doing some gaming streams where I just play video games and chat to people, so I might do that on Twitch soon. Rather than YouTube. Which might be interesting. Would you watch a gaming stream where I'm just like playing video games and having a great time? Let me know. Tom says, if we hit 20,000 subs, I'll buy the 20,000th sub a bag of chips from the chippy. Thanks, Tom.
Ooh, that's tempting, actually. I
mean,
I might go and unsubscribe just so I can subscribe again. Okay.
He hasn't said he'll give it you. He said he'll buy it you. Where are we? Let's have a look. How many are we at? We are 10 away. 10 away. We are at 19,990. That is like so close.
999 and hold him there, guys. Right?
And I'll kill the stream so Tom doesn't have to. Santi's doing some limited. Hooray!
That's better.
Santi's doing some eliminators as my custom space. Those chapter witch hunters. These are the Vipers. Very nice. Nice candy green. Very cool.
I'm trying to work out if it's just a color shift paint or whether you've done
a blend.
A candy green or something else just to give it like the hit from one side.
Yeah. I'm not sure actually. It does. I imagine it is a color shift, but it looks super bright there, but doesn't look so bright at this angle. I'm not sure. Let us know. Let us know what you've used, Santi. Tom says he'll deliver the chips only as far as I can drive before the chips go stone cold. I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. Legionnaire 141. This is Harry, right? Building his Christmas presents. Wow.
So
cool.
Harry sent a message to a Facebook chat I'm in. The arm on the Morkanaut moves, so he stood there just twiddling about, making the Morkanaut wave at you.
I need that video right now. That sounds like the best thing. It's metallic, covered in candy green ink and candy yellow with smoky ink shadows. Ah, right, okay. That's cool. I like that. That's very cool. Great job. Great job, both of you. Yeah, cool models. Gaz calls an epic model. Obviously, the Morkanaut is really cool, if a little lackluster like most Orc units, but it is really cool. I like how Gazkull is like almost as tall as it as well.
Yeah, I know. He's hench, isn't he?
He's a big boy.
One day we'll do Gaz.
Yeah. Right, Henry, is this the stripped? After the first scrub, forgot to take focus of the second scrub. Because you're stripping it. What are you using to strip it? Because I use isopropyl alcohol, which is like so good for stripping models. I have some. Do I have some down here? I do. These Screamers of Zinch were fully painted. These were fully painted, and as you can see, they're like crystal clear. They've been primed white, blue, washed, and yeah, they're like stone cold.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you use BioStrip, is it, Jay?
Yeah, 20. Yeah, it's reusable. It's like a thick white goo. You dunk them in that and leave it for an hour or so. Give it a good scrub with a toothbrush, and you're pretty much going to get everything off. You won't necessarily get it completely back to clean plastic, but to do that, you need to also put it in a ultrasonic, right?
Yeah, well, with isopropyl, you can just leave it. If you put it in ultrasonic, it's obviously way easier. But if you can just leave it in and scrub it, so it usually comes off after a few minutes. The ultrasonic just means you don't have to scrub it at all. You just like dunk it. It's mostly gone, which is really handy.
Hey, look, it's worked out though, mate, on that stripping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is all reprimed, looking really good. Got some knives and F feels down. Very cool, man. Ginger Steve. Oh, sorry.
Fun mini to paint. Really is.
Yeah. I Death Guard don't get them, otherwise I'd probably look at game one. I don't fancy breaking out into Chaos Space Marines as well. I'm just going to stick to Death Guard. I have a small Thousand Suns force now as well, so I ended up getting some reinforcements a couple of weeks ago.
Chaos Space Marine Patrol.
I mean, yeah, so, you could do, but I imagine they're going to make the benefits like pure Death Guard, especially with like the contagion cycle.
Sure. So you get access to things like Chaos Familiar and so on, like the strats.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
I do hate soup, but I appreciate that, you know, for competitive play.
Yeah, exactly. Like taking a Word Bearer's detachment with any Chaos Space Marine faction is totally legit right now. But I imagine Death Guard will get if you are purely Death Guard, you get contagions. I think that's going to be the rule.
You think that's going to be the way?
Yeah, nice. I think they're going to do that with a lot of armies as well. They're going to have some sort of buff, doctrines, essentially, you know, and they'll get a one-time buff. Well, an army-wide buff if it's pure army. Mm-hmm. That's how they'll benefit. That's how they'll finally get people to play pure armies without souping. So I'm trying not to like go and buy Chaos Space Marine detachment unless someone's got a really nicely painted one that's in custom colours. I might look at buying it, but I'm not going to go out and paint it.
Yeah, guys, that's an open commission for Mikey. You can paint us some chaos for him.
Exactly, yeah. If you paint it real nice and sell it to me real cheap. Marble effect paint from Jin Steve, there it is. That's what he's gone and bought.
Some door.
Maybe the paint got off a fair scrub, but a lot of the primer stuck around even with the second scrub. Games Workshop one seems pretty good to come off because it's not really a good primer. Halford's is the one I actually always struggle with.
Yeah, it's designed to go on a car.
Yeah, exactly.
And not shit.
Yeah, so if it's been cured properly with like a hairdryer and stuff, it tends to. But also, what happens is that doesn't come off, so you end up just stripping back to primer, which is also not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. So,
and normally people buy Halford's Grey as well.
Yes, yeah, Halford's Grey is like legit. I always buy that. So I buy black, white, and grey all the time. That's the only primers I buy really. Unless like I'm doing, I tend to buy Wraithbone to do my Bloodraven shoulder pads because that's like the closest colour to get it back down to a Shabti bone because it's actually ever so slightly lighter, so you can just spray straight over really easily. From white, you have to do a few coats, and because it's such a light colour, you get a dusty effect sometimes. But I found Wraithbone to be really good, to be like, this is pretty much the right colour. So, and then I buy Mornfang Brown to do bases because I'm really lazy. So I'll make a bunch of bases and just rattle cannon, but the right colour. So,
to be fair, mate, I airbrush all my bases.
Yeah,
it's just so quicker than painting them by hand.
Yeah, exactly. So I pretty much airbrush everything, but it's like now I've got rid of my my big spray booth and I've got my homemade one that I used on the live stream. I'm like having a great time with painting again. I can get in my room. I don't feel bad for like having to get my exhaust out and, you know, having to get everything on. It's all just out and nice now. So I'm actually like enjoying like doing a bit of airbrushing and stuff. So I'm going to get that Zinc Charmy painted. That's what I'm going to do. That's my New Year's resolution. Getting Zinc Charmy painted. So, but hopefully I'll do that in a couple of months rather than a year. Guys of all trades, 3D printed a base and finished off the Jotun Ogre Tyrant. Used some funky chameleon paint on the blade too. So there we go. The Ice Giant, not the Smurf. I like the base, dude. That's a really cool file.
I do as well.
Yeah. What sort? Did you design that yourself, or did you download that from somewhere? Let us know. That's a really, really nice base to go with the Ice Giant. And I think in this context, the color shift paint works for that sort of weapon, like a mystical ice weapon, which is pretty swanky. I like it.
I think in person it looks a lot better than the photo. The photo, unfortunately, makes it look a bit flat.
Yeah, it looks like it looks sparkly at the minute. Titanforge. Nice. Okay, cool. I know Titanforge. My Mini Factory and a Patreon. Well, there you go. If you are a 3D printer, then Titanforge might be one to look at. But yeah, great job. Really nice paint job. Yeah, I think with those colour shift paints, you just can't photograph them, can you? You've got to like do a video.
Yeah,
and twist it.
You need to see the effect in person.
Yeah. But yeah, great job. I only use colour primer on terrain. That makes sense. Datsun does. I tend to use like I actually tend to do the opposite. I tend to use airbrush for terrain and then rattle can for models, which is probably the other way around I should do. But when I'm painting terrain, I tend to need a lot, so I tend to airbrush it, but it just goes further. So
yeah, you have to move on.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to move on. Have you got to go, Jay? Because I can finish off if not.
I have about 8 minutes left.
Okay. Shall we call it a day for Jay there, and I'll finish off just so we know, because I think there's quite a lot to go through still.
If you guys are happy with that, yeah, that's fine.
That's
there's some later on in the whip.
Yeah, exactly.
The cracking looking Ultramarines and that chaplain on bike looks banging, as well as Harry's little video of his orc waving. So
I can't wait.
Thanks very much to everyone that watched the stream tonight. It was great fun hanging out with you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you here next Monday, or otherwise tomorrow night at 9 PM on my own channel, twitch.tv/Mohawk Miniatures.
Exactly. So we want to check out Jay. Otherwise, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it, and I will text you in a bit, dude. Have a good one.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, it is just us now. Haha. Wait, is he still listening? Probably. I'm only kidding. It is just us. So thanks, Jay, for tuning in and helping us out. But we will carry on with the whip gallery until we're done. And we don't stop. We've got the crazy train going. We've got the hype music going. We're feeling good. Are you feeling good? Okay, let's do this. Padstar or you've copied your Instagram. Okay. Start my chapter champion from my scars. Very nice, dude. He looks ace. Very cool conversion. 3D printed sword as well. Very, very cool. Great conversion, dude. I've been watching mini painting videos for weeks, and I just started on a Necron army over the weekend. I'm trying to find a starter set of base colours, but I only see singles for sale. No, so basically with paints, you tend to have to go and buy out the single ones. They do some like little bundles, but you don't really save any money on them. So it's best off to try and work out what sort of paints you want to actually use, and then buy the ones accordingly. So, hey Freelancer, how's it going? The War Mistress, I need that firstborn shirt. It's a very cool shirt. However, it was limited run, so I apologise. But it's good to see you. Hope you're well. But yeah, so all our shirts tend to be limited run now, so we get to do loads of cool designs. We have to order them on the month. So our next design is going to be coming out in February. So hopefully you won't be able to miss it. Any tips on starting a colour and paint selection? Citadel paints seem very thick, almost dried out, and the arm painted paints seem very thin and watery. Well, I've never had that. Like, Games Workshop paints tend to be like medium, in my opinion. The army painted tend to be really, really thick. Make sure you give them a good shake, because that tends to help. If you find that they're too thin, usually that's the thin air that's coming through. So give them a good shake. The Citadel ones and the army paint ones are good beginner paints, in my opinion. So I'll sell you my limited edition firstborn shirt for 5 million. It's a collector's item. As soon as Tom puts that on eBay, I'm going to rerun them. Raven, what do you think to my Papa Smurf Jr.? Oh, that is lovely. Go away, Crave Cloud. That is lovely, dude. That is a great job. You've got a little cohort, a little posse of dudes. That's very cool. Size Pie in GW at the moment. If you've got one local and open, buying 9 of any paint gets the 10th free. There you go. So if you want to buy 10 paints, you get 1 free. You get £2 off, which is pretty decent. If you Nice work. Great colour. Base is looking cool with that dead Tyrannid. Pretty solid. Nice work. I love it. You'll never find that shit in the pile of washing. Tom, you'll never find it in the pile of washing. Oh dear. More pics of the captain. I love the sword, dude. We've got that pin badge for a shield, I imagine. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice work. Harry sent the video. Let's have a look. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at him go. Oh, that is great. That is fun. Did he say anything? He just makes a squeaky noise, and it makes it even better. Let's pause this. Oh dear, this is amazing. I love it. I'm gonna watch it one more time. Thank you very much for the follow, the Wall Mistress. Really appreciate it. Is this all work done by your patrons? It's just done by viewers. So if you use !Discord, we go at the end of every hobby stream every single Monday night. We go through what everyone else has been working on. So we have a channel in Discord called Stream Models Whip Sharing, where people can share in what they've been working on whilst the stream's been live. So there you go. And DN stuff. Oh, that chaplain on bike. I have that chaplain, and he is so good. And this paint job on him is absolutely beautiful. The damage to the bike is lovely. It's just really, really nice damage. Battle damage just make him look like he's been driving through literal hell. Great work. I'll claim it along with others if been to like come and clean that room. I can't wait for Ginger Steve just to turn up at Tom's house just to clean his spare room. I got it right because I'm on the channel. It doesn't count. That doesn't count, Lumberlina. I've got to get it wrong. I've got to get it right when I'm not on it. When I've got Jay on. But great work on this. Really nice. Really cool. And I think that's it. Some painting to go along with the jokes. Appreciate it. So I presume some people are going to post some more stuff. We got a minute to have a look. Is there a new meme? There is not a new meme. Killer. But that's it. That's what everyone's posted. I'm going to give people 30 more seconds. Knew he descended to badness when Jay left. Yeah, there's no one here to control me now. Let's get the waving Morkanaut. So good. It's so good. Oh, brilliant. D-Stonks, which model of 2020 would be your model of the year? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I think, let me think. Chapano Bike is a contender. Silent King is a very big contender. Void Dragon is a really big contender. Yeah, I think I'll go for the Void Dragon. You guys are going to be serious. Void Dragon is the best model released this year. And it seems like a bit of an obvious one. It'd be nice if when they say like, oh, we're going to vote for the best model of 2020. It'd be nice if they actually like showed them, like in a list. That'd be really good. The favourite model I've painted. Let me have a quick look. I honestly think, if it counts, I did freeze you. If it counts, the favourite model I've painted is the Space Wolf I painted, the giant one. The one I did like 2 weeks ago. However... Probably the Necrons. Probably some of the Necrons. The Obelisk was pretty fun to paint, and I'm really happy with how that looks. The Scorpet Lord, a couple of characters down there as well look really cool. So if the big model counts, then that. But if not, then yeah, the Obelisk. Even though it's terrible. We'll do a quick catch up. We'll say the War Mistress is the last one for the Whip Gallery, just because there's a few more that's come through. The Wilson Wine, my first model of my new army this year. Very nice. Is this actually a Krieger model? Or is this 3D printed? Because I can never tell now. It's a very cool model. Very, very cool. Great job. Yeah, it is Krieger too. Yeah. Great job, man. Really, really cool model. We've got Blasphemer with a giant... Well, two demon princes of sorts. Very cool. I like this one. This one looks like he's dancing. I like it. Or he's about to stomp on something. Very cool. Very, very cool. This one just looks a big monstrous mess, and I love it. What's this one made out of? I don't know if there's a base model there, if it's all like custom sculpt, or... I'm trying to work out what the base model is. Nice work. Nice work. We've got Padstar. He's working on his Outriders as well. He's got a nice big top knot on that now. Nice work. It's real Forge World. I'm jumping in deep. Nice. Yeah, Krieger an expensive army. Nice work on the Outrider, bud. And thank you very much for the follow. Grimgar, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Nice work. Nice battle damage on these. Yeah, an excellent White Scar painter. Look forward to seeing more of them done. And then War Mistress. You got some Orcs. Krieger Orcs. Are these Krieger Orcs? Are these 3D printed? They're really cool. They're really nice models. Yeah, 3D printed. Nice. Nice. Yeah, they're really nice design. I think I've seen these floating about. Probably on your Instagram, to be fair, but I did see these and could really like them. Yeah, and great paint job. I love the comic style shading that you've got going on, with that like really bright white really white light blue highlight, and then like really like dark blue shadows. Really cool. Great work. Well, there you go. I think that is. I think that's going to be the end of the stream now. So thank you very much to everyone who has tuned in. It's been absolutely fantastic. Gas masks. Yes, gas masks. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been wonderful. I did some painting, which doesn't happen. But we're going to have to do a little bit more because we're going to need a few more coats for that silver. But thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't already subscribed, then please subscribe right now. Right this second. Reason being, on YouTube, we are 10 subscribers away from 20,000. And it is 2020. And we want to get 20 in 2020. 20k in 2020. It'd be really good. Round of applause on Mikey painting, exactly. So thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I'm going to go have a break. So I'm going to go have some tea. I'm going to put my feet up. And I hope you guys do the same. And have a cup of tea. Because it's evening. Have a coffee in the morning. We'll be back with some more videos. We might have a battle report on Wednesday evening for a live stream. But we will let you know. We might have a live stream later on in the week. But I will let you know. Just keep your ears peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm losing it because I'm tired now. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely evening. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye now.